I'm unfazed, I'm unfazed, yeah, I'm unfazed. I'm unfazed, yeah, I'm unfazed. I'm unfazed, yeah, finna stack this paper. I'm unfazed, yeah, finna stack this paper. I'm unfazed.
Welcome to the Unphazed podcast, man. We locked in. This is a very special episode. This might be outside because I know we just did moms, but outside of moms, might be next up there in one of the most special episodes on the Unphazed podcast. I got somebody, a brother, a best friend, family, man, everything, man. This guy, he's a basketball trainer, one of the best basketball trainers in Chicago, one of the best basketball players that ever graced the court. All the records at Oakland High School. I got my boy Rashad Johnson in
My
here,
brother,
man. You know what it
appreciate
is.
you.
Yeah, come on, man. You know what it is,
brother.
brother. How you
What's
doing,
up,
brother?
y'all? I'm good, brother. How you
Yeah,
feeling?
man, I'm good, man.
I'm blessed to be here with the greatest football player that I've ever seen. He's supposed to be in the league.
Yeah, tell him.
But he's doing
a
a lot. He's doing a lot more impacting than, he has a greater calling for himself. So I'm proud of my brother. I'm blessed to be here on your platform. You've been killing it. Amazing guests you've been having.
Yeah, bro.
I could go on and on, but I know we got a lot to talk about.
I appreciate you, bro, man. And I don't even want to I think I want to start off because when I thought about having you on the podcast, I'm like, okay, how am I going to do this? I'm like, we got to do it where it all started.
Man.
If we're going to do it, we got to do it where it all started.
Here.
So they don't know where we at right now. We at Oak Lawn, Pavilion, Park District, whatever you want to call it. What's it called?
The days.
Good shit, bad shit?
The days.
Yeah.
Hey, man, but we had the Oakland Pavilion, man. What, sixth grade? Sixth grade?
See, it was before that. It was
Probably,
before that. It had to be before sixth grade, but been up here forever.
Man, I think I was with my brother Peyton.
Yeah.
And he was like a senior in high school. Me and you were around sixth, seventh grade, I think.
Seventh grade, yeah.
Right, and then we were out all HMS. Yep. But we actually weren't going to school yet. We first met here.
That's why I was with my cousin Tyshawn.
That's why this is so special.
I was with my cousin Tyshawn. Rest in peace. And then you was with your brother, and we was up here, and we was just like hooping. Then we started hooping against each other.
We didn't even know each other.
We didn't even know each other. Man. We left, and we was like, whatever.
I just seen a little light-skinned Chris Brown, lanky kid, always playing
jumping up and sliding. Wait, get out of here. Get out of here. But yeah, bro, this is where it all started. And I think it's just important to, get back to the roots, man, because I'm in Dallas now, but I think about home a lot, man. I think about the Chi a lot, man. But how have you been doing?
Man, I'm here every day. I'm blessed to be here every day. This is special. I'm here doing, like you said, basketball trainer, professional basketball trainer. I've been here about 6-7 days a week for the past 2 years.
So you've been locked in?
Locked in, bro. Just training a lot of kids from ages 6 to 18. Actually, probably few years older.
And let's even go back, man, because right now he's one of the top trainers in Chicago. So make sure y'all get at him. But even before that, when we met for real, 7th grade, you was a killer.
Man.
When it came to the court, you don't mess around when it comes to this. So even transferring all those skills to being a basketball trainer, I knew it had to be something with basketball. Cause I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I'm gonna be honest with y'all too. I have never played with somebody, and I've never even seen somebody that is at the level that you are. Still to this day. My brother Mike, he's good though. That's probably the only other person that's beat me in a one-on-one. He's 6'7", you know?
Yeah.
But
I believe, basketball, I don't say it defines me, but I've been touching this thing since I was 3 years old, man.
Yeah.
So, I obviously introduced by my dad. Shout out to my dad, blessed to have him around. But, after I found a love and playing 2K and kind of just growing up on some video games, it was fun at first, but I realized how far this thing has taken me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just honestly around the world, giving me opportunities to build some relationships. I couldn't be more grateful for it. So this thing has honestly changed my life for the better. Regardless if obviously I'm a straight out said I had pro dreams of going to the NBA specifically.
Most people
right?
do, yeah.
But sometimes, God has other plans for you, and you have to believe that and live in that. And so that's kind of what I've been trying to do ever since, I graduated college in 2021 is realize my impact with this game and how it impacted me first.
And when do you feel was there a first time, do you feel where it's okay, I'm really him? Like, when was that, like, I'm him moment?
Man, it had to be my senior year of high school. You know, I've had a lot of confidence and accolades before then, but I started to really
I remember
believe that senior
7th
year of high
grade,
school.
somewhere you hit
Yeah,
a
that was
game
just
winner
some,
or something.
yeah.
But okay, senior year of high school, tell me what the moment.
Man, I scored about 52 points in the game, man, and it was versus a trash team, but I remember specifically what I was doing in my preparation. You know, it was my last year of high school. No clue what college I was going to.
Yeah.
GPA wasn't the best. I was kind of just passing my classes, doing enough,
Yeah.
you know, but that's one of my biggest regrets, you know, because we could have been a lot further. But just I was so locked in the first couple games of my high school season, bro. I was literally just formed. You see what I got in my hands, even on the pod. Like, I don't leave anywhere without it. So I was just kind of in my bed form shooting. You know what I mean? Just kind of filling out my shot and
This is
having to
before
hit.
the game.
Before the game, the night before,
Wow.
game before, I had about 30 points. The game before, I scored 52.
So it's a build up.
Man, so I was feeling good. It's just when you're a hooper, you know that zone. You just kind of feel it.
Yeah.
You know,
I know.
You know, I'll get a great hand up and
Yeah.
he'll sometimes hit it, but
Yeah.
you know, but yeah, man, it was just the preparation, and
Yeah.
it still stuck with me.
And that's 52 points. That's still a record?
Still a record.
Still a record. Okay.
Who's gonna hit it? Who's gonna break it?
We're gonna break it. And what would you say? Let's even touch on the regrets, right? So you said like there were the regrets of having a GPA. If you look back at like yourself now, like where you are now, because I look at where you are now and you're inspired. It's inspiring still, right? And I think one thing we have to remember is that for me, like people, maybe I'm not in the NFL, right? But I still inspire. A lot of people come up to me and they're like, "Oh my God, Phazon." It's like they treat me like I'm in the NFL. I get that respect and that love.
Yeah.
And I think what you're doing right now, like a father, you know what I mean, a trainer, just someone that's like locked in on their business, on their motivated life, that's big, bro.
Yeah.
But going back, for you right now, what would you tell yourself? Like if you could tell yourself right now, what would you tell him?
I would say change the way you think about whatever you're feeling bad about. You know, so if you're struggling with something and you're having doubts, I'm gonna tell you what I tell my family members is that's your amygdala. This is some information. That's the amygdala in your brain.
Psychology now.
That's working. Those are the things that gives you the anxiety, the doubt, the fear of can I do it, can I not? So once I realized that later, after studying psychology in college, it kind of made me think back to, wow, I could have just changed the way I viewed something. And that would have made me approach certain things a lot differently, approach school differently. I probably would have, if I would have realized the opportunities that college could have gave me, you know, the different levels of college, I probably would have locked in on, hey, maybe I should be learning this instead of just passing the class, you know, because there's a lot of kids that are talented and naturally just smart. But you know, it's if they really push themselves, not just in school, but in sports and things like that, they can really excel and shock themselves. So I would try to tell myself, hey, make yourself proud. You know, do things that you know is gonna separate yourself and that maybe your friends. It's cool to have friends, but still compete and have an internal competition of, hey, I have to be better within myself because
it's the small things a lot of times too, right? It's like doing that homework to the best of your ability, doing, okay, I'm gonna show up to practice and I'm gonna give it a little more effort than I should have. I'm gonna make sure I'm doing better than, okay, these guys gonna do that, I'm gonna do one more rep.
Yeah. And I was explaining this thing about you as well, man. One thing I admire about you, you know, we met around, you know, middle school, 7th grade, but when I started staying over your crib, man, just being motivated, you know, he's the one that got me on motivational video. And honestly, bro, I couldn't thank you
Y'all think I be lying, bro. People think I be lying. I used to be in the crib, just YouTube, watching motivational videos.
Listen, and he ain't care if I was around, his friends was around. He was gonna make you listen as well. And I take that into my own life as well now, but you even had it written out on the wall, you know, what you was gonna do, where you wanted to go. And you are actually the first, because we were close in age, I actually saw that. You know, I never been around. So I just wanted to admire you on that real quick. But back to me, like if I would have saw like, hey, I'm not gonna just do this homework just to pass it. Let me get something out of it. What can I learn? How can I apply this to, you know, I think Kobe Bryant once said in one of his interviews, everything that he done from the age of 13 was to become a better basketball player. Everything. Everything. He said the books he read, the classes he took, the people he spoke to, everything he took. What can I learn from this situation? And how can I apply it to becoming a better basketball player? That's not just physical basketball, but that's the mental side, you know? And so when you kind of just had that mindset of what can I learn? What can I go into this situation learning? I'm learning something right now on this podcast. So just kind of stepping outside your comfort zone, not focusing on your comfort level, but just, you know, doing it for the better purpose. Because one day you're going to have to teach whatever you learn.
Yeah,
you
and I
know?
think one thing that's cool about what you said is like, man, if I would have just did this, but without that, we walk into Oakland High School, it's Rashad. So without that, you did some amazing things. So just to imagine what it would be like if you had that.
Right.
Too, and you added that on, and not even to go back to that like that, but just now I think, because I think it's literally the same for me. It's like all the accomplishments that I had and people, Cornell, all this on that, but it's like, okay, you didn't get the big thing that you wanted, we didn't get that. But it's like never letting another opportunity like that go again.
Right.
So whether it's in training, or it's in a podcast, or whatever it is, I think for me, that's what I've been trying to do. I've been trying to just realize, like, bro, like, okay, I can still make it, but like, okay, like I'm more than a football player.
Exactly.
Like that is a game. Exactly. But I know that maybe there was just that one thing there.
Yeah.
That one, I should have studied that a little bit longer.
Right.
But regardless, I know now I learned, and I'm gonna take that into life.
Exactly. You apply that to everything that you're doing now.
Everything.
Podcast.
Everything.
Job, your work.
Everything.
You know, relationship. You know,
Everything.
So yeah, how I'm applying that to my life and my basketball training and being a father. So leave no regrets. That's kind of what I live by. I wake up like, how can I know a lot of y'all ain't gonna like the chat GPT stuff, but I'm doing so much research and I'm using it for the right purposes. And it's like, how can I engage with my child more? How can I get my mind to be on a 3-year-old level? How can I get this kid to understand a concept that I'm teaching him in a training set? How can I truly get him to not just do it, but understand why he needs it, when he needs to do it, to truly understand? So it's a lot more as a coach, as a trainer, that goes into getting somebody to understand it. And it's a psychological level. So just doing more and educating myself more, and you know, signing up for courses and taking courses, and eventually I'll be going out to like some basketball training clinics, basketball training clinics for basketball training, just connecting with a lot of other trainers around the world. But a lot of my priorities have been family oriented lately, you know, just still keeping my business intact, helping a lot, whoever I can now, but still really just staying dad oriented, father oriented, trainer oriented.
Which you should be.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's interesting too, because there was this video, and I might put it right here, but it was a video of like Jamar Chase. It was like this wide receiver, NFL wide receiver. And he was like, or maybe it was Justin Jefferson, but they were coaching kids at like a camp. But there was trainers reacting to that. I was like, I would never coach somebody and do that. So it's like a lot of people that played the game well are not necessarily good trainers.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So
And,
like for you, what do you feel like? Because I'm not saying you were a bad trainer, but it's like you had to learn, right?
Exactly.
Like, was there a thing where it's like, okay, yeah, I'm good, but it's like, okay, if I really want to teach him this, it's different than just, okay, me doing it and then he understanding it.
I didn't even start my business on purpose. It's interesting, right? So I got out of the game. My last year of college, I could say I started coaching, because every time I got subbed out the game, I just wouldn't sit down. I started pointing and stuff. I'm trying to win, bro. So I think that's really what my coaching experience, without me even knowing it, kind of just started from the characteristics. But man, once I started I went to Oakland in 2020. I coached there from 2020 to 2022. And man, that was a blessing, but with Coach Rose and Coach Colin. But I learned so much from them, and just kind of applying the coaching aspect and just seeing that on a different realm, seeing the game on a different realm, from coaching to being a player. It was just like mind opening to, wow, I really can work on my emotions, you know, while playing this. But and go back, what was your question again?
My question was, Shit, I forgot. I'm listening to you.
Yeah,
I
no.
think it was just about being a trainer. Like, and not
Right,
everybody
okay.
can. Not every great player is a great trainer.
Right, exactly. So, man, I gotta tell, whenever I have my conversations, I tell people that it's actually not easy
Yeah.
to being able to, once you've
Oh,
grown
I
your
remember.
bit.
It
Yeah,
was what is the as far as like when you're training kids,
right,
like when did it change? Like what did you have to learn or realize when it's like, okay, it's not I can't just do something
right.
and he's gonna follow me and be able to do it.
Man, yeah, literally, like, so back to my point that I was making. I didn't start my business on purpose,
Yeah.
right? So I was coaching, and people saw that, hey, as a coach, you have a strong desire to
Hmm.
impact kids.
Yeah.
And so just by getting asked by a parent, just to work out with their kid,
Yeah,
hey,
that's
can
how it
you
go.
train my kid? So I started training that kid, and then he made a little progress for
Hmm.
about a week. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And then right after that, she said, hey, he plays on this team, but this other kid wanted some training too. His mom, so word of mouth just kind of
Word of
started
mouth.
getting. And so I was like, yeah, I wouldn't mind it. So, one or two, I'm not too busy,
Yeah.
right? And so just long story short, that's been happening throughout the last 3 years.
And it just kind of
Three
been
years,
growing.
yeah, it just started growing. So I have over 75 kids total that I've trained, just individually, just this year alone, just
Mm.
this year, past 2025. So
Mm.
just that's a blessing. But just realizing that, hey, I've learned a lot of lessons that I've had a lot of flashbacks. That's why I keep this thing. It's like when I'm trying
Let me
to,
touch that. Let me touch that.
I'm trying to figure out what do I do. When I'm trying to work on like a pocket dribble, I'm trying to work on a behind the back dribble. Like
Yeah.
I'm trying to think about at this point as a trainer, what am I doing so that,
It's not just doing it.
man, it's
You
not
have to
just
learn,
do
okay, what am I actually doing so I can actually tell this kid how to
exactly,
do that?
exactly. And then you got to be able to word it right.
Yeah.
And then
And
every
then,
kid is a different
yeah.
learner.
Yeah.
And it has
It's
its
different. Yeah.
man, it's a challenge, but I love it because my sole purpose is to build confidence.
Hmm.
My sole purpose is to get you to believe you can be better and you can do something. And that don't come without struggle,
And how much of it have you realized is like the actual physical, like in what they do versus like, okay, they need mental work. Cause you talk about like building confidence. Cause like, okay, like say if you were training you in high school,
Yeah.
it probably wouldn't be like, okay, yeah, I work on your physical, yeah, but you're good, but it's like you need some work here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So how much is it with that you see with other kids?
Man, that's why I've kind of changed my training philosophy and
Yeah.
style. I've adjusted it throughout the years, and it's just because it's not always about skill,
Yeah.
right? You get a certain point where your skills are kind of overtaken and you can almost do everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some kids that I've trained, that I've been blessed to work with over the past 2 years, and they've stuck with me for that long. It's only so much more that I can show you,
Yeah.
but it comes a point where, hey, can you push through seeing yourself fail?
Mm.
Can you handle, is it really failure, right? Do you consider it a failure? Do you consider airballing
Yeah.
a shot that you've hit thousands of times a
Yeah.
failure?
Yeah.
So it's just kind of helping kids get over their emotional state, and actually not get over, but develop
Mm.
their emotional strength,
Mhm.
and not just for basketball. I try to connect it, out to life as
To
well.
life.
So as young men, as young women, I give them some challenges, and y'all should see it sometimes. I'll be
Yeah,
having
it'd be
these
rough.
kids going, but
Yeah.
when they done, it's a small little tired grin,
Yeah, facts.
because they're proud of themselves. So,
It's
and
fulfilling.
and does that happen every time? To be honest, no.
Mhm.
Every kid is different, and every kid responds, and I let these kids know I'm learning from them every single time.
Yeah.
Can you make me a better trainer today? Can you push me?
Mhm.
Challenge me to challenge you,
Yeah.
so just kind of, that's my whole philosophy, is just building that confidence, and you know it goes back to all the motivation that I've got inspired from listening with you. And I listen to a lot of motivation. That's why my vocabulary has gotten a lot better. Like
Mhm.
I've seen my own self develop confidence, not just with basketball, with like just my speech. I
Yeah.
wasn't always able to just talk on camera and in
Yeah.
front of people and
Yeah.
project my voice in front of a crowd. But I've, when you step outside your comfort zone, it feels good, man. It feels
Yeah.
good.
And I think it
Yeah.
is too, because like back to the motivation, it's like one of those things where like I didn't even know I was doing this, right? I was just doing it. But like
Right.
with the motivational stuff, it's like something's gonna go into your brain.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Yeah.
Like you living life, we're hanging out, we kick it with your friends, you doing like regardless, something is gonna go into your brain. So it's like it just so happened that okay, the motivation I was putting into my brain, so that was just what was showing up in my life.
Yeah.
So whatever you allow, but now I think it's even more so like we see how that affected us then, but like even more so now it's like social media wasn't that big back when we was growing up.
Yeah, no.
But now it's huge.
Man.
So but now
It's everything.
the stuff that's going into here for people is not motivation. Like 90% of it is like negativity, or it's something else, or it's drama, or it's this actor did this, you know what I mean? So I think that you even see that in the world and in the younger generation where it's like, man, it's tough because it's like y'all not getting that, or
Man,
you're not around people who are giving you that.
I hate that. I wish everybody, you know, because it is in our control what we kind of, you know, sometimes not, but for the most part, it's in control what we intake. And so this is not me telling you what to do, but kind of surround yourself around the type of life you want. You know what I mean?
That's big.
So like make sure you on your phone, the thing you use the most. I use my phone more than anything other than this, you know, but I'm seeing motivation. I'm seeing inspiration about basketball. I'm seeing, you know, I really been on that financial literacy lately, brother. You know, so in that stock market at S&P. So, but just what do you want to see? What do you want to know about? Are you pushing yourself to learn something new every day?
That's what social media should be for.
That's what it should be for. You got the other side.
Yeah, because if you
it's a choice.
Because if you don't try to control it, it will control you.
It's a choice, and you better take control of it before.
Better take control,
man, because it's an addiction.
It's an addiction.
Yeah.
It's an addiction. Anytime it's like, okay, every 5 seconds we touching our pockets on the phone, it's a notification, a ding or something.
I caught myself the other morning just kind of scrolling. I don't know how the app Threads got on my phone.
Threads?
It's the Instagram. It's like a
Twitter for Instagram.
Yeah, but I got it and I look at it and it's good stuff with basketball, but it's like I really don't use it. And I was just scrolling on it the other morning and it was, you know, hearts out to, you know, the people that got affected by Venezuela or whatever. But
that's crazy.
I was just scrolling. That was all I was flooding my brain with the first thing in the morning. And I usually don't scroll, but it was just, I saw that something touched. And I'm just like, I never want, I'm just a empathetic person. You know, and it's just like, anybody getting bombed, anybody getting hurt like that, I feel for you.
And that stuff is crazy, bro.
So I kind of just started going into a deep scroll and just seeing posts about it. And then I started to notice how I felt after a little bit. And I'm just like, is this the only thing going on in the world?
That's how they make it. They'll focus it on that.
That's what the app's designed for you.
That's what it's designed to do.
You look at one thing for 20 seconds, it's gonna keep
oh, you want more of that? Oh, you like that, huh?
So experiencing that, you know, catching myself, swiping out of that app, locking into what you got to do. That's something everybody got to get used to.
Gotta get used to that. I'm gonna get rid of the phone. I just gotta get rid of it.
Throw it.
Something. Give me a little flip phone.
Man.
But for you, I want to talk about college, right? Because even with us, we all have those moments where it's like the NFL, the NBA, this is us. We're going to make it there. Freshman year, okay, we're putting in a plan how we get there. Sophomore year, it's like, okay, we're getting closer. Junior year, it's like, okay, this is real now. Is the team's calling me? Let me check my email. Did the Bears reach out? Did the Bulls reach out? Or whatever it is. Then senior year, it's like, okay, what's happening? What for you do you feel like, was there a moment where it was like, okay, this is not going to happen? Or maybe you gave up on that goal. If you have, right? I don't want to project onto you, but like, was there a moment when you were like, okay, this may not happen for me? And I say this while you think about that is because, and I've said this before on the pod, playing basketball collegiately. And I looked at a picture when I was back at the crib. It was like my freshman year football picture. We had 100 kids on the team.
Right.
How many of those kids played collegiately?
Rarely any.
I think 7.
Maybe,
But how many of those percentage. 7 actually finished 4 years playing college? 2. Then how many of those made it to 0? You know what I mean? So it's like, and one of them is in the MLB. But it's just crazy to think about. It's like the 1% of the 1%. So it's like, I think everybody has those dreams of, okay, I'm going to make it to the NBA. I'm going to make it to the NFL. And it's so real until it's not. And then you realize it's so hard.
I got to smile about it now, bro.
You got to.
You know, because my last year of college was 2021, Aurora University.
What's their mascot?
Spartans.
Oh, Spartan.
Spartan for life.
You a
Spartan for 8 years.
Spartan head ass.
Hold that for
Spartan
me.
head ass.
But honestly, bro, I just started heating up. And it was like, because my freshman year of college, I'm going to tell you now, if you're not just straight up killing, you're going to have to fight for a spot.
Yeah.
You know, so don't just, even if you D1, D2, D3, JUCO.
That's
like,
everywhere, yeah.
But I ain't played freshman year. Sophomore year, I got a little bit more opportunities, and I shown what I could do. Junior year, I played. We got a new coach. We stunk up the conference. We stink. We didn't even make 500.
Wait,
right?
and before you even go, freshman year, you didn't play, right?
Let's talk about it.
I don't know, right? But I'm assuming, I don't think you didn't play because you couldn't play. It had to be, was there some sort of like mental thing where you weren't yourself? Like you weren't you and you had to. That's just my assumption. What was it?
So we usually don't learn our greatest lessons until some of our harshest experiences. You know what I mean? So I had to go through it. Looking back at it, man, I wasn't prepared. I didn't have the habits I have today. I didn't have the mindset I have today. So going into freshman year, man, you know what you can do. Like I had a job that summer before freshman year. So coming out of high school, you're going into college, and it's not just basketball that's changing. You know, you're trying to get adjusted to the campus. You're trying to get adjusted to moving away from family. You're trying to get adjusted. And this is, you know, if you're somebody that's in this position, you can learn from this part. But, you know, it's a lot more than just getting adjusted to your team, your new coaches and staff. It's more to, so.
It's a lot.
Man, money, how am I going to keep consistent income coming in throughout college? So, you know, I got a job, and, man, I worked at Texas Corral. Man, I was eating a lot of bread rolls. Man, I had about...
We're at the Texas Corral, Texas Roadhouse.
It was Texas Corral.
Okay.
It was the bootlegged Texas Roadhouse.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Man, but the bread was fire, bro. Fire, bro. I would have about 10 of them things every day.
Yeah.
And, you know, because I still hooped throughout the summer.
So what was it that you had to get a job? Because I got a job, like for some extra income, but it wasn't like I needed a job.
You needed it, yeah.
Did you need a job?
No, I didn't need it. Because I still did Uber.
Okay, so you still wanted some extra income.
I just wanted some, yeah. Okay. I never had a job before that. That was my first like job.
Wow.
I was a bus boy.
Wow.
I was getting on the table, scrubbing them, you know what I'm saying? Halfway cleaning y'all tables. No. But yeah, bro, so kind of just experiencing that 9-to-5 lifestyle and then still being an athlete, it was an experience. And so
that's a lot for a freshman year.
And if you're trying to be locked in on this hooping thing, on this football thing, on the soccer, baseball, whatever it is, and you want to be one of the best, I'm not saying you can't do something else, but it come with time, and it come with reps, and it come with quality reps and quality experience. So I was just kind of working and hooping whenever. And when you kind of just doing enough to get by, thinking that your spot is secure, letting the college coach tell you, hey, you got an opportunity. Well, as a kid, 16, 17-year-old, what is opportunity? You know what I mean? You don't really understand. So you go into a situation where, man, some of them guys been there 1-2 years already. It's college. You know what I mean? This ain't AAU.
You got seniors on the team.
Come on.
They ain't finna...
and you gotta earn your spot, which my habits, no matter how good of a shooter, I'm not saying I wasn't going out there killing, man. The best player there, I gave him buckets. You know what I mean? So at the same time, it's more than about just being what you are already. It's about development. You know, and I wasn't on the right path
of development.
On my best path of development.
Unphazed family, what's up? Merry 2026. I wanted to come on real quick. I don't want to interrupt this amazing episode with my boy Rashad. I wanted to let you guys know, make sure you guys subscribe. I know we're getting a lot of new viewers to the page, man. Make sure you guys please hit that subscribe button. We have a lot of very cool things coming, a lot of new sponsors, a lot of new episodes, a lot of cool things that we're doing. So make sure you hit that subscribe button right here. Please hit that button right now. I appreciate you guys. 2026 is going to be an amazing year. Thank you guys for the constant support. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Back to the episode. Let's go.
development. I
To
don't like
put
to
the
use
best product,
exactly.
put your best self out there.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
and so I learned a lot now, you know, just looking back. And so you kind of just coast freshman year, accept not playing, man. I could say I'm not gonna say depression, you know, because that's a real word.
Yeah.
But after freshman year, bro, I didn't know if I wanted to keep going to school. You
Yeah.
know, I didn't know if I wanted to go back. If I was, you know, you face a hard family loss the same summer,
Yeah.
and then you trying to decide, dang, I didn't do the best in school. I passed everything, but
Mm-hmm.
I want to hoop, you know, and me trying to think about what other school I could go to. So,
Mm-hmm.
you know, me being me, you know, the cousin that passed away, he actually played basketball.
Mm.
And so, unfortunately, you know, he passed. He was 29 years old. And I went to a park, you know, I was staying, you know, with my girlfriend at the time, you know, because she plays soccer and she had got hurt, so I had to help her out. But we were staying together, and she has a park right down the street, and it was filled with ice. It was filled with
I'm
ice.
already know, yeah.
And I didn't know if I wanted to, you know, it was the same sophomore year. I went back to school, and I just kind of was going back, not because I made a decision, but just because I didn't know what was going to be next.
Yeah.
And I didn't have, you know, I didn't care about the money part.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't have to worry about that till after I graduate.
Yeah.
So, you know, you just kind of started going through school, and man, I had to fight, bro. I had to
Yeah.
fight. I'm talking about 4:30 a.m. workouts on JV where we didn't touch a ball,
Mm.
you know, and
Right.
just kind of fighting my way back because I didn't finish off my freshman year the way I should have, which, you know, kind of separated myself from the team like towards the end of the season and doing little things that was not in my character,
Yeah.
truly.
Yeah.
And just kind of that was like the roughest time of my life.
Yeah.
Freshman trend that summer going into sophomore year.
Yeah.
And I didn't really make a decision. I never dropped out of school. I just kind of went back.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just you stuck through it, 4:30 a.m. mornings running.
Mm.
And if y'all want to hear about the opportunity I got when we went down to Texas, you know, our star player, you know, got into some trouble or whatever. And, you know, one thing I never knew, but I always had a feeling was I was always ready, bro.
Mm.
I was always ready.
Always ready.
You know, I was just not given the opportunity my freshman year to really make an impact in games.
Yeah.
But I was ready for my opportunity to make an impact my sophomore year.
Yeah.
And literally, he got in trouble. I didn't know I was playing that day. We was in San Antonio for a tournament.
Mm.
Get in the game, Rashad. I'm not starting, but Rashad. That's how our coach talk.
Yeah.
Shout out Coach Lance.
I know you pop me.
Me?
Oh.
What? But look, I've been doing this since I was 3.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And so it wasn't nothing I didn't know how to do. So you get in, 25 points. Like, bro, like 6 for 6 from 3.
Oh my God.
6 for 6 from 3, a couple lays, couple free throws. So
Yeah.
that was like a confident moment. Like I can't say I prepared for that moment,
Yeah.
but I did throughout my whole life.
Your whole life.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
so that right there showed me like consistency is key, man. When
Yeah.
you do something over a long period of time, you gotta be confident in your abilities. You gotta know that like I could keep going at this thing. I could really make some people proud. I can make myself proud. I could show myself some things I didn't know I could do, you know. And so from that opportunity, obviously, somebody scored 25 points, you gotta
play.
feed the high hand.
Yeah.
So next game, we won by a little bit. I only scored like maybe 12 some points, but I was getting opportunity, and so my belief system started to change. And going back to what I said earlier about, I went back to school my sophomore year because my cousin that passed away did hoop, and I actually wanted to dedicate that next year to him.
Yeah.
And not that the whole season went like as planned,
Yeah.
but when I got my opportunity,
Yeah.
you know,
But even
I
that
seized it.
being the catalyst to you going back,
Yeah.
and then boom, that 25-point game and having that's huge.
Yeah. So confidence kind of just came back, and then after following it up with not such a bad game after, I was like, oh, 2 good games in a row, 2 dubs in a row.
Yeah.
We good. We get to go home.
Yep.
You know, so from there, you know, we finished out the season. You know, I was playing a little bit, not really earning a starting spot, but, you know, long story short, after that, coach ended up, you know, leaving, and then my junior year was like a wake-up call. We had a coach and some chemistry problems with the team. It's not always easy at the collegiate level, you know, when, and not just
So many
bashing
variables.
Man, not just as a coach, I'm learning, because I'm not even gonna blame the coach, because he wasn't even from here.
Yeah. Where you from?
He's from Walla Walla, Washington.
What's Walla Walla?
All right, so look, you know, but I had to deal with some adversity, you know, because we was winning freshman, sophomore year. We won back-to-back conference championships. And so my junior year, like, I don't really claim the championships because I wasn't really throughout the whole season providing to them. But when I got my opportunity, the tournament was cool. But junior year, bro, we just had some chemistry problems with the coach. We didn't even win over 5. We didn't go over 500 on our season, so it was tough. I knew I had one more year left after that. I knew the same coach was coming back. Obviously, I'm not one in the big favor of his coaching style. I couldn't even explain to you what it was.
He was out the bullshit,
bro. But I knew I had 1 year left, bro, and I had to do something. So that summer, once my junior year ended, I made a sacrifice, bro. And I never grinded harder from that March and April until the end of my college career.
Wow.
Like, I've built some lifelong habits and lessons. I've learned some lessons within that time period that'll stick with me forever. And it's just about proving to myself, like, really what I could do when nobody else is looking. Like, the type of effort that I could put in when nobody else is. I always, you know, it's always cool. In high school, 52 points, everybody looking at me, you know. And I was always humble. I never really spoke out too much about it and bragged and boasted, but it felt good. You know what I mean? It felt good, but that stuff don't really mean much when you really you got bigger goals, you know. And so me still having NBA in the back of my mind, knowing basketball wasn't over, bro, I was in the gym every day. I'm in Oak Lawn, I was here every day. Whether I had this gym or they got a better gym on the other side, but I was here every day. I went to, when then COVID happened. COVID happened.
Yeah, I know that,
My senior year, we were told we would only have 12 games, when usually we played 25 to 30, if you included tournaments.
We only had 12 games.
We only had 12 games my senior year.
Yeah, because that is basketball. Because basketball season's not the same as football season. So it's different.
It felt like a football season.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
But,
and then the scheduling was weird. But I knew, knowing COVID, and like COVID, let's talk about COVID for a little. Let's talk about COVID, bro. Like, that changed my life because it gave me so much freedom and opportunity to learn so much about myself. You know, this was shut down once COVID. Everything was shut down. Even the parks that I was going to was shut down. They was putting little things on the rim. So I went to go get the last basketball hoop they had at Walmart. Paid $200-something for it, and it was the last one in stock. So, you know, me and my girlfriend, my lady, we put that together. You know, put it in her backyard. I had enough space to kind of work around, shoot NBA range. And I used that to the best of my abilities, bro. Like, I was Kobe back there, bro. Like, and you been back there, bro. And you know what I'm saying? So I was really, like, I'm talking about playing games, bro. And I knew I had 1 year left of something that I'd been doing for the rest of my life. COVID was happening. My pops had COVID at one point. Moms had COVID. Both of them had scares at one point. You don't know what's going to happen with that stuff, bro. And like, my mindset of just being grateful of what I do got, like, that's been there for me forever, bro. You know, along with some other great people, but like, that's been there forever. And so I started really putting my effort into what I love. I said, if COVID just struck me out, like I wanna die on a court, and I wanna die saying like I had a great hoop session, the last hoop session I had, and whether it's by myself or with somebody else.
Yeah.
And so, you know, when you can't help it, sometimes when you're by yourself, you go hard. I'm talking about, I didn't realize I couldn't go. It sound weak, but I couldn't comfortably go 2 dribbles to the left hand, do a regular left hand lay. I didn't realize that was slightly uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like, but when you by yourself and you trying to experience stuff and you trying to, like, you start to learn stuff about, I don't know about with football, like, I don't know if you've been.
It's the same. It's about going and breaking on the left.
Come on.
It's like always something that I didn't like that.
You feel it, bro. But you got to care so much to go.
You have to care so much. You have to do the times where nobody's there.
Yeah.
You have to do the extra reps when you at home. I know.
Yeah. So, you know, just really keep building that confidence. You know, I couldn't go in the crib. I couldn't go drink water, you know, until I made 25 in a row. I would miss on the 21st rep. That hurt.
Start over.
Deal with it.
Back to the ball.
That translates to my training because I've been there.
Yeah.
I know what it feels like to feel like a failure.
Yeah.
Feel like a failure. I don't mean you are. Feel like a failure.
Yeah.
But then it's what you do right after that. It was what matters. Yeah. Like the second after you fail, what matters?
Yeah.
Like, how do you look at that?
You got me in a movie now, nigga. You got to finish the story. So COVID, then back to the game.
So we only had 12 games.
So you did only have 12 games.
We did only have 12 games. You know, regular season.
Yeah.
And then we went Final Four.
Yeah.
Let's get to that. But man, I'm working hard. We go back to school. Got practice. We practicing weird, bro, because the schedule, like we got to wear masks. But
he was hooping with mask on.
Come on,
I remember
bro.
we was working out with mask on too. I do remember that, yeah.
Like I couldn't breathe with that stuff on, bro. Like I just could not. Like I physically could not.
Yeah.
And so we wearing it around our chin or whatever, sweaty, whatever.
Yeah.
So
that was crazy.
Yeah. So we practicing whatever, and you know, humbly, I'm as confident as other, bro, because I know what I've been applying myself to. If I could put it in perfect words, I would. But like I pushed myself to a limit phase where.
Talk about that.
Man, I cried, bro.
Yeah.
Like I was crying, bro, sometimes. With how hard I was pushing
I feel like
myself.
you're not, I'm not gonna say you're not, but it's like you don't love this for real, or you wasn't really in that grind if you haven't had that moment.
Bro.
So I've had that moment too.
Yeah.
And it was me and my brother JT. I was playing corner at that time. I think it was my sophomore year, freshman year. The coach, we had a new coach come in. Forget about him, but he changed up the way we had to backpedal. It was like a Champ Bailey. So instead of like, we'd regular backpedal like this, but he was like, you got to start like this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I'm trying to learn it. It was stupid that he had us do that because he didn't know what he was doing at that time. But I was learning, I could not get it. So I stayed after practice like 2 hours, me and my dude JT, I was like, all right, just keep running.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep trying. I'm trying to turn and do it. I'm like, boy, I can't do it. And I just like broke down crying because I'm like, I need to get this because I gotta be the greatest. So I connect with that. But yeah, okay, keep going.
Yeah, nah, man, you feel it, bro. You a real, you know, athlete, you feel it. So just, you know, I know what I've pushed myself to do. I know the experience that it comes different when you pushing yourself. Like I know, like I'm a trainer myself, but like Brian ain't had no trainer, bro. You know what I mean? Like you've had trainers, but Phaz on the field ain't from no trainer, bro. That's from you studying, going out there and doing and executing and knowing how to work on. You know, you bring me to the field sometimes.
Yeah, and I think football is the hard. I think football is harder than basketball in that way.
Yeah.
Because it's like you by yourself, you got the look.
Yeah.
You got the rock.
I got this.
You can come, you find, and that's all you need. Football is like, I'm just running routes and I clap. That's what
But you gonna throw it to yourself?
Yeah, throw it to myself. Yeah, bro.
That's tough.
But okay.
But that takes some grind to like still get out there and do it.
Get out there and just do it.
And so like knowing what I pushed myself through, I'm going back in practice. Coaches are noticing like I got some habits where they call me the gym rat of the year. You know, like I literally 3-4 times, anytime I could, before lunch, before practice, after practice if I could. We had a little program, like a little kids program there called STEM or something that will take up the gym, bro. I'd be pissed off, bro. I'm like, I'm in college.
Yeah.
We got one gym.
Yeah.
You going D3, so expect that. Like, you going to have some adversity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're not going to have different gyms, a practice gym or a field house and all that.
Yeah.
So, you know, you deal with what you got. And I had to make the most out of my time and showing up to the gym 2-3 times, being in the gym 2 hours before practice. So now I'm looking at all my teammates like y'all weren't even here.
I wasn't even here.
You know, and
That's
no
what Kobe
shame to none
says.
of my
He's
teammates.
outranked,
No
and I'ma
shame to my
pass you the
teammates.
ball.
I love my boys, but it was like
Yeah.
the whole summer I know what I was pushing myself through.
Yeah.
And it was like I couldn't control if my point guard was pushing himself. Like it's my last year, bro, and I was gonna be. It was 2 seniors on this team, me and this other dude.
Yeah. See, I locked in. Yeah.
And everybody else got years to look at. Bro, I'm not about to waste this year.
Nah.
I'm not playing around.
Can't do it.
And so I got serious, and I wish I got serious. And I know what getting serious feel like.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't have nobody tell me how to get serious. I just kind of, life hit me. You know, I was hooping one time, and it kind of, I realized like, I do this. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
And so it's like, let's make this last year the best year.
Yeah.
And that's what we did. I ended up averaging almost 22.5 a game. About 4 assists, 3 rebounds, you know, and we made it all the way. Well, let me not skip too fast. Killing my teammates in practice. Started. We win off my first game. I had triple double, 30 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists.
Oh yeah. So you know it's on.
So, and we was at Dominican University playing against Dominican. That was our first game.
Yeah.
And like, I didn't it felt like that's what I was supposed to do, bro. Cause like I just felt so confident, bro, because of what I've been pushing myself to. You look all 9 other people in their eyes, and it's like, ain't no way you pushed yourself to blood, sweat, and legitimate tears with this stuff.
Literally.
So that's where the confidence came from. When you hoop, when you live, when you do anything with confidence, you could get it done. So that 30-point, that triple-double set me off for the rest of the season, you know, and even still struggling with chemistry issues with my coach and not playing the system I would like to, and, you know, having to adjust to a lot of teammates missing. My starting point guards are missing random games because of COVID, and somebody taking COVID tests at 5 a.m. I don't know if y'all, for football, y'all have to wake up, do a little nose swab. So all of that stuff, that's all seemed like a blur. And it's crazy. You could go through so much, and it's just going to be more that come.
Yeah.
But back to the beginning of the pod, it's like, how do you see it? Like, how do you think about it? You know, you went through that, and I went through that season, and I saw what hard work, what dedication, what resilience past adversity over a course of time could do for one's confidence and one's success. Over the course of time.
A lot of people want stuff to come quick.
And it can.
It can. But you still have to.
Man, you got to be willing.
You got to be willing. And I think all people, all humans have to have something in your life that you take it to that level. You have to take, because then there's no purpose. Like, you have to find something that you love and take it to that level where it's like you just grind it out. Because we all talk about burnout.
Right.
Okay, no, forget burnout. You have to take it to that level where it's like, I just want to try this, and this is the only thing I'm going to do. And I say that when you do that, then you still, at that point, you will have a chance at greatness.
Man.
With the hardest you can work, Rashad, you had to do that just to get a chance to get greatness.
And you got to be willing to accept that.
Just a chance. So you could do all that, nothing happened.
And then you could at least, let's say you put everything you had into, you know, you was right there from being the first pick. You know what I mean? Whatever. What happens when you don't get picked at all, but you still put everything you had into it? What can you say?
Yeah.
You know, you rather live with what we said before, no regrets.
No regrets.
No regrets. And so.
And it's that I think a lot of it is one-sided, because it's like, okay, I did all that and I didn't get to NFL or the NBA. But it's like, no, you got something from that. Like, you got a lot from that and all that. I think that's why all these jobs, they say they love athletes, because a lot of that is transferable. A lot of people ain't gone through shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Man.
So a lot of people just like, I would rather an athlete, because I know at least you was getting up at 4:30 and you was getting after it. You was getting to something. You know what I mean? So I think that is important, bro.
Yeah.
And I think that's a great story, but did you finish or no, that was it? Did you wait, what did your end of the season look like? Did
Yeah,
y'all end
so
up
good question. So we ended up winning. I forgot our record, bro, but we was top 4 teams in the league.
Okay.
We ended up making it to the Final Four versus Rockford University. Shout out my boy Brandon Emmerich. You know, other than me, probably the best other shooter I've seen. He's just like a piss you off type of shooter. Yeah.
Top. Me too. I'm up there.
Yeah, behind me. As long as you're behind me.
We gonna see. We're gonna do a little something. We're gonna see.
He might not want that.
Yeah,
We
I
gonna
want
put
that.
some dollars on it?
We can do that.
But yeah, so we going against Rockford. Man, long story short, bro. I had 17 points, but I was averaging 23. Not to take it about statistics, not one about the statistics, but I had 17, and I averaged 23 points, and I only averaged 3 or 4 assists.
Yeah.
But that game I had about 8 assists.
Okay. Yeah.
So I think, yes, I was making the right plays, but I learned a lot from that game because I just wasn't as aggressive as I was throughout the season.
Yeah.
And that let me know right away I need to work on the season was over after that. so by that point, me and my assistant coach, I was supposed to go out to Greece.
Oh, wow.
I had an opportunity to go out to Greece. This is after the season. We got kicked out, Final Four.
Yeah.
And actually, before I get over to the professional side, I actually was nominated to be Player of the Year.
Oh, wow.
But I didn't win it because we lost to Rockford.
Yeah.
And my guy, Tony Deemer, won it because, Rockford won.
Yeah, okay.
They were our side of the champs. So respect to them. But, it was an honor to be even mentioning that, coming from being a freshman where you not even getting looked at.
And
you know what I mean?
What's gonna happen next.
And thinking about dropping out after that and pursuing through everything.
That's huge.
Just to see how, it took till my last year to really start putting in real work.
Yeah.
But I did it.
Yeah, and that's your story.
And so now, the greatest lessons that I apply to my fatherhood, my coaching, my friendships, my brotherhoods, I take a lot of those lessons and dedication and resilience to a lot of other things in life now, brother. So, everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
And then I know y'all want to hear about the professional side. So, great story, man. I'm supposed to get called out to Greece. I'm in my girls, my fiance now's basement, man. And my Coach Jones called me. My guy, Coach Jones, he called me. Hey, Rashad, I sent your highlight over to this team in Greece. I can't pronounce their name. And they want you to come out for a workout.
Wow.
Can you do it within the next couple weeks? A couple days later, man, I got a kid on the way.
Wow.
And so we had just got back from, Mexico that summer before. And, it was I think it was created then. Not to get technical, but yeah, man. And it was a blessing. So it was like a decision. And then that's another thing that's like, boom, everything you had your life, dedicated your life to, now you got a chance to go overseas and just to even see. It wasn't gonna be no crazy contract. He already let me. It's gonna be like anywhere between $2 to $4 grand a month, and not saying it wouldn't have been a great experience, but coming from a family that I come from, I'm naturally a family man.
Yeah.
My lady was just getting her business started, so we both entrepreneur minded. It would have been a lot to even just be away and have her pregnant over here.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And also, even if I wanted to go over there, have her go with me.
Yeah.
So it would have been a lot. So I had to tell him, like, man, I'm gonna just try to stay ready. I'm having a kid on the way.
Yeah.
I don't believe in abortion. Whatever. But I believe it's the woman's choice.
Yeah.
That's my thing. I believe it's the woman's choice.
Yeah.
That's another topic for another day. But
we got to have another politics
but at that
conversation.
point, when it's your lady, and they want to keep it, that's
No,
yours,
it's
and I
yours.
started loving it from that moment on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so, man,
And
and
how is that now? Like, even
I
I know you
could,
made the right decision, but
yeah,
of course, but like even now, like just give me a little bit about like what fatherhood like
yeah,
has meant to you.
it's meant everything, brother. It's allowed me to work on my patience. If we want to be specific, it's allowed me to work on seeing things in a different realm. You know what I mean? Seeing things in a bigger picture. Um, man, we all get tested emotionally sometimes, and it's definitely testing my emotions with just having to like hear the baby crying all the
Yeah.
time and then waking up in the middle of the night and things. But as a father, if you're anything like me and like you, I'll tell him all the time he gonna be a great father when it happens, bro. But I can't wait.
I
But
appreciate it.
man, it's you start to just appreciate it. You
Yeah.
appreciate it. Like I'm going through this. I'm 26 years old.
Yeah.
I was 22 at the time when I had her. And it's like, man, everything happens for a reason, and you truly believe that. You stick by it, and bro, I remember when she was first born. She's 3 now, it's about to be
Yeah.
4, and it happens like this,
Like
like
that.
this.
Yeah.
And like even though I've been there every day in
Yeah.
her life and seen her grow, and maybe was helped her grow,
Yeah.
she continues to amaze me every day, man, and just teaches me lessons and like
She amazed me.
man,
Yeah. Yeah.
but
Yeah.
applying fatherhood to my business,
Yeah.
to brotherhood, to
Yes.
finances, to everything. It's been a lot easier for me to kind of connect it all and just be grateful for all of it, brother. It's just she teaching her, bro.
Yeah.
If I could get her to understand something, a 3 to 4 year old to understand something,
Yeah.
that gives me confidence as a not just a father, but a fiance, as a son, as a
Yes.
basketball trainer, coach. Like I can actually make an impact and help a lot of other families as well. And she's seeing that firsthand.
Yeah.
She's been to my clinic. She's seen me coaching crowds. She's been to the Bulls arena. So just even giving her those experiences, like man, when we ain't get to touch no Bulls practice facility at 2, 3 years old.
Nope.
Like we was in the nosebleeds.
Yeah.
That's the
Thanks.
closest we got to the
Yeah.
Bulls,
If
bro.
if that. If there.
And the Michael Jordan statue. You take a
That's
picture.
it.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
just, you know, and funny thing is, I'm working for the Bulls now
Yeah.
part-time, and I'm with their youth hoops program.
Yeah.
And
That's crazy how that full circle.
brother, if I never stuck with going back to school,
Mm-hmm.
I would never met the relationship that connected me to work with the Chicago Bulls.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Like if I would have chose to not go back and like shout out my guy Harry, he's a great resource for me to get connected.
Yeah.
Harry Crawford, like man, put in a great word, got connected. And the Bulls program has been like one of the biggest blessings because it's the Chicago Bulls. Who don't
Yeah.
look?
Who don't?
You from Chicago, you
Yeah.
know who's been here, who's played here, and
Mm-hmm.
you just want to be a part of it. One, because of the name, and two, you get to impact a bunch of other kids that's coming up doing the same thing you did as a kid, which is hoop. Like, man, I'm all in. So me giving that opportunity, being given that opportunity to even just be in that position, it was an honor. And I'm still going with it, ever since 2022.
Yeah.
We've only expanded as well.
Yeah, that's
So,
big, bro.
yeah, bro. Yeah.
That's big, bro.
Yeah.
Final question, man.
Yeah.
Final question. Now we gotta sum up with everything, man. I appreciate you. Always come look at you. Look at him.
Yeah, see, I got my
Fumble,
juice.
fumble.
My bad. I got my juice. I got my apples. I got my oranges.
What's that?
I got my
what
grapes.
juice is that?
I got my
That's what's in there?
celery. It's raw, cut up apple. I cut the orange. I peel the peel.
Uh-huh.
Put it all in the juicer.
And that's the color it come out to? It
Um,
look like apple juice though. Kinda.
I added a lot of celery today because me and my fiance ain't get to go get no watermelon or strawberries.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
usually red. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So, get on y'all juice, man. Apples, oranges,
got to.
carrots.
I gotta get on my juice. You gotta
Come
put
on,
me
I gotta
on.
make you one, bro.
You
I
gotta
gotta
put me
make
on.
you one.
So final question is how, for all the people, everything going on in the world, everything like you're a father, you know what I'm saying, Trump. Everything going on in the world, bro. What do you do? How do you stay unfazed?
It's the best question, bro.
Come on.
I appreciate you asking me that.
Come on.
How do I stay unfazed? Because my name is Rashad. No, let me stop. No, I stay unfazed, man, because I know, and I don't really make this about this, but this is my mission: is God is on my side. God is on my side, and He's been in my life since a youngin', and I speak to Him every day, and I don't speak too much about it because I know religion is one thing, but find a higher power, find something, a reason, a purpose to believe in, to keep going. And that's what, not just being a father, not just being a coach, not just being a person that impacts lives, but I'm unfazed because I know that no matter what, this is not the end for me. And the things that I leave and the legacy that I leave on this earth is going to be astronomical. Is that a word?
If you miss today, it's a word.
Astronomical. It's gonna be astronomical. So mark my words, man. I'm unfazed for life. As long, I got my boy Phaz with me, but we gotta go. Appreciate you for having me, brother.
Love you, brother.
My guy.
Yeah.
Love, brother. We out. Sure.
Come on.
Thank you, Kate.
I'm unfazed, yeah.